Welcome back. I must first acknowledge those men and women who made it possible for me to speak with you all today. Thank you to those who did not support me. You made it more difficult for me to reach my personal and professional goals. But you also helped me develop the determination and the resilience that I need to be successful today. I have the determination to solve every problem, fix every system, overcome the most difficult obstacles, and walk down the most difficult roads because you tried to stop me so many times. The words that you said to discourage me, demotivate me, I turned those into motivation and inspiration. I turned that into resilience. And now I know that I have the determination, the resilience to be successful. So thank you. I also want to thank those people who did support me. You know who you are. You're the one that I called when times were hard. You offered words of encouragement and motivation. And it's because of you I was able to climb up the ranks of the United States military and earn a commission as an officer in the United States Air Force. It's because of you I climbed up the ladder of corporate America and earned the right to be a consultant at one of the big four accounting firms in the world. That was not an easy feat. It's because of you I was able to complete my academic journey and earn a bachelor's of science in military strategy from the United States Air Force Academy and a master's in business administration from the University of Maryland. It's because of men and women like you who supported me along the way that I found the strength that I needed to stand up and speak and tell the world about my vision for the future, creating a movement that will change the economy so that men, women, and children of every ethnicity can experience prosperity. It's because of you I talk about how important it is to pursue excellence in everything that you do. I believe that I'm going to be successful and we're going to be successful in doing the things that I say we're going to be able to do because of so many men and women like you who supported me along the way. I know you're out there. There's people out there that I haven't even met yet, but when they hear my voice and they listen to the message that I'm sending, they'll be able to receive it and they will be able to see the vision. So thank you in advance of those who are going to support me in the future, and maybe you haven't supported me so far. Today, I'm going to be talking about relationships. Relationships are very important. They are the foundation of our movement. They determine how successful we are. They determine how fast we get ahead and generate wealth and create a legacy. They determine everything in our life. Today, I'm going to be talking about the most important relationship. This is the relationship that you have with yourself. The relationship that you have with yourself is very important. It determines the relationship that you have with other people. It determines the quality of your friendships, the quality of the relationships that you have with members of your family. The relationship that you have with yourself determines the quality of marriage or the quality of partner that you get a chance to spend your life with and the fulfillment that you experience in that type of relationship. The relationship that you have with yourself determines the relationship that you have with people in your company. It determines how many opportunities that you receive at work. Because if you have a great relationship with yourself, you're more likely to have a great relationship with people at work. And if you have a great relationship with people at work, then you're more likely to get opportunities to advance in your career. And the inverse is also true, unfortunately. The relationship that you have with yourself is important because it determines the relationship that you have with your country. If you're a citizen of the United States of America and you have an excellent relationship with yourself, you're more likely going to have an excellent relationship with your fellow citizens and the people who live in your community. And that brings, since we're social creatures, we that brings another level of fulfillment and joy and happiness and contentment that you would not have if you don't have a good relationship with yourself. So the relationship that you have with yourself is very important. And I'm going to share with you when you should know when that relationship that you have with yourself is broken. When it's broken, it's time to fix it. And I'm going to share with you what you should do in order to fix that relationship. And then I'm also going to share with you where you should go to look for help if you're having issues with the relationship that you have with yourself. If you were to go to the mirror and look at your reflection, and if you ask yourself and be honest with yourself, how you feel when you see your reflection in the mirror. If you see your reflection and you do not feel intense, deep affection for yourself, or if you look in the mirror and you do not feel deep admiration for yourself, then the relationship that you have with yourself is broken. It means that you don't love yourself. It could also mean that you don't respect yourself. And if you don't love yourself and if you don't respect yourself, it is very difficult to be a happy person. It is very difficult to experience joy in your other relationships that you have with other people. It will feel as if people are pouring into you, but you're unable to pour back. People are feeding you, but you're unable to offer anything for anyone else to eat. You're able to go to the table and eat, but you're not able to bring anything to the table because you don't love or you don't respect yourself. If you go to the mirror and you do not sense deep love and deep admiration, that's when you know. And it's time to fix it. So I'm going to share with you how you can fix that. If you find yourself in a situation where you don't love yourself, if you don't and you don't respect yourself, and it's a personal matter because not a lot of people want to talk about it at work or at the coffee shop, or it's not something that you talk about at the dinner table. So if this is you, I want you to do these three things to begin fixing that relationship that you have with yourself so that you can love and respect yourself. The first thing to do is to accept yourself. Now, that's pretty broad. Let me drill a little bit deeper. It is important for you to accept all of your mistakes, the worst ones, the ones that you don't tell anyone about. Accept yourself. Whatever your issue is, or whatever your mistake is, or whatever guilt you are carrying, learn to forgive yourself. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. That's what I want you to say to yourself. I forgive you. There's a lot of people out there who will offer forgiveness. You can go to the priest, you can go to different religious figures, but no religious forgiveness or no external forgiveness that you receive from someone else or some outside entity is going to replace that feeling of guilt if you do not forgive yourself. So forgive yourself. It's also important for you not just to accept your mistakes, but also accept your successes. I've dealt with quite a few high performing individuals, and the way a high performer's personality works is we just get the job done. When we succeed, we'll acknowledge the success. There's nothing that needs to be fixed for next time, and we'll just move on to the next assignment. We won't really celebrate. We won't really take a day off or take a moment off to acknowledge that success and essentially have a summit there. We'll move on to the next assignment. But part of loving and respecting yourself is to develop the ability to accept your successes and celebrate them. That is an important experience of being human. It's an important experience of being a developing and a growing human being, a well-adjusted human being. It's very difficult for you to accept other people's successes and appropriately celebrate, acknowledge other people's contributions to society if you're not doing the same thing for yourself. I used to think when I was serving in the military, when I first enlisted, that my self-esteem was so low that as long as I was doing something to serve society, as long as I was delivering value in some way or another, and everyone would tell me, hey, thank you so much for your service, I felt like I was contributing to society. And I felt like that was enough. That was enough to fix my mental health. That was enough for me to feel good about myself because I was serving other people. And they were reminding me how much how much they appreciated my service. But I learned that that's not enough. Like I had to be an active participant in acknowledging and celebrating my successes. So that's what I also want you to do. Don't just accept your and celebrate and acknowledge your don't just accept all your mistakes as learning opportunities without also acknowledging and celebrating your successes. So accept yourself. That's step one. The second thing to do is to look for an opportunity for you to develop. This is very important because we are growing, maturing, developing human beings. We're a special kind of animal when you really think about it. Not only do we develop individually over the course of our lifetime, but as a species, we are constantly developing and constantly getting more and more advanced. That is a constant feature of our existence. To fix the relationship that you have with yourself, it is important for you to tap in to that innate desire to develop, to improve, to become a better version of yourself, to create a new future. And in order for us to create a new future, in order for us to change the economy so that men, women, and children of every ethnicity can experience prosperity and live in harmony, in order for you to have your dream relationship, in order for you to manifest the success that you want professionally and personally, it is important for you to fix the relationship that you have with yourself by developing, continue to develop. There's going to be people who are going to come for you. There's going to be people who say, you're not good enough. You're never going to be good enough. But when they speak to you, they're going to have no idea that you have been working on developing yourself. That the person that they knew, the person that they interacted with, the person that they saw in the grocery store or on the road, the old version of you no longer exists because you have developed yourself and you're 360 degrees better or 180 degrees better, whatever it is, but you're getting better every single day. You know the concept of compounding returns where your money can double every 7 years. Well, if you get better every single day, how much do you think your potential has doubled in 7 years? It's exponential. The return on investment on developing yourself every day is exponential. It's the reason why our economy works the way it works. We just assume that we're all going to get better. We're all going to get more productive. Our companies are all going to be more profitable. Everything is built on development. So that's my encouragement to you. That second step is to find a way to develop yourself. Find a skill that you can learn. Find your natural talent and develop it. I understand people work 8, 9 hours a day. Well, use 2 to 3 hours to work on developing additional skills that either are going to help you in your current career or are going to help you in your future career or help you become a better human being. The third step in fixing the relationship that you have with yourself, the third step is to make sure that you are grateful. If you go to the mirror, and you can try this out yourself right now, go to the mirror and look at your face. And you tell me what you notice first, what feature you notice first about your face. Now, some people will notice their eyes. Some people will notice their nose, their mouth, but find out what feature you notice first. And whatever that feature is, I want you to go through this exercise with me and practice being grateful for the function that feature plays or that function the feature has. So let's say, for example, you saw your eyes first when you looked at the mirror. Be thankful. Tell yourself, I am thankful that my eyes work and that my eyes allow me to see. What a beautiful world I live in. If it's your nose, be thankful that your nose is able to smell and that it can pick up the sweet, the salty, and all the senses and all the smells in the world. So the first exercise on that is to make sure that you express gratitude for the function your body has or your body part has. The second part of that is to be grateful for how it looks, the aesthetics of it, the curve of your nose or the shape of your eyes or your eyelashes, but express gratitude in how it looks. Now, this is something that is it's magical here. You'll experience a miracle. The more grateful you are for the way your body looks, the more affection you have for yourself. And the more affection you have for yourself, the more love that you have in yourself. It is possible to fall in love with yourself if you appropriately acknowledge how good you look. If you're appropriately grateful for the aesthetic, the way that your body is shaped, the way your features are shaped, if you're appropriately grateful for the way you look, you will begin to develop love for yourself, a deep affection. Number two, if you appropriately are grateful and you're thankful for the function your body has. So if you're appropriately grateful for the fact that your eyes can see and your nose can smell and your ears can hear and your skin can feel, if you're grateful for that and you do a good job of expressing that gratitude, you will develop respect for yourself. And then you learn how to love yourself, you learn how to respect yourself. You're going to develop love and respect, and you're going to fix that relationship that you have with yourself. And everything else is going to open up to you. You'll be able to create, you'll be able to nurture, you'll be able to maintain, you'll be able to find a loving relationship that will last the rest of your life. You'll be able to fix the relationships that you have with the people that you work with. I've met some people who don't love themselves, but once they learn how to love themselves, all of a sudden they became the most social, the most magnetic, the most dynamic personalities at work. And because of that, they were able to build their network and increase their net worth. Everything is going to open up to you if you do those three things: accept yourself, learn to develop yourself, and last but not least, be grateful. Do those three things and let me know how your life changes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, a lot of, a lot of changes in your life. There, people are going to notice right away. The energy is going to shift. You're going to walk a little bit different. You're going to talk a little bit different. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be less insecure. You're going to be more sure of yourself and your purpose. You're going to be more focused on getting ahead and generating wealth and creating a legacy and changing the lives of the people around you. There is your life is more important than you can ever imagine. The purpose that you have to fulfill on this earth gives your pain meaning. It gives your pain purpose. It allows you to really enjoy the highs and lows of life and the experiences that are once in a lifetime experiences. It allows you to really stop and smell those roses and really smile when you see something beautiful and really search for the lesson in when you see a mistake that you have made. Your whole life would be transformed if you do those things and you fix your relationship that you have with yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the message that I have for you today. If you are looking for change, if you want to work on the relationship that you have with yourself, and you need a little bit of help, I know my time is valuable, but I will offer executive coaching sessions for you. If you're a business and the relationship that you have with your employees or your clients are suffering, and you believe that it's because the relationship that your employees have with themselves is broken, maybe they lost their mojo, I'll offer keynote speaking services to you in order to engage those employees and remind them and motivate them to fix the relationship that they have with themselves so that they can pursue excellence in everything that they do. And eventually, we will create a movement that will change the economy so that men, women, and children of every ethnicity can experience prosperity and live in harmony. And your company will be more profitable than it's ever been. Um, in the meantime, I just want to say thank you all for your support. Um, we're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. This has been a wonderful journey. I'm getting more and more motivated every single day and more inspired every single day. So keep the words of encouragement coming. Keep supporting. I can see us growing. I will see you in the next video. All right, talk to you later. Bye.